everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I have one of the videos coming up that I recorded prior to Christmas, and I just wanted to do a quick intro just to let you know firstly that it was recorded some time ago, and to let you know that this video is actually out of sync. So I have the Christmas altered book videos and I have the Wonderland journal videos. So this is a video that I did for my Christmas altered book, and I just wanted to quickly let you know that it's being uploaded out of sync. It's pre-recorded and it will be uploaded at intermittent times while I'm working on the journal that I'm working on currently. So I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing you all soon, everybody. Bye for now. Don't go because the video is coming up. See you soon. Hello everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. I wanted to do some work in our Christmas altered book, and as you see, I've been a little busy before I turned the camera on deciding what I wanted to do with the ephemera for it. So I'm going to start with this page here, partly because I'm still not 100% happy with this page and it's been bugging me. I haven't been able to figure out why, and I don't know whether it's because I have all of this, I feel like it's negative space on this side of the page. So I have here, I have here some music paper. I'm going to make sure that, actually I think I do need to walk you through our last page because and I've got some cards in there ready to create. So I don't think you saw our pocket. I finished it off by sewing around it, and then I glued it down. So that was how our last page ended up. And I have chosen some, I've chosen some cards for the pocket. These will have to be cut down. And I also have some cards in our side pockets. Here they are just tea stained manila folders. So, but we're going to work on this one first, and I have one in this pocket here as well. So I was looking at my music paper and I actually really love this, the header for the music. So I'm thinking I may create a bottom tuck down here using the same packaging paper that we've used over here. This one does feel a little bit thick compared to the one I used. I think this one is much thinner than this one, so I'm going to use this one here. And I do need to work out roughly how big I'd like to make it. Just looking for my pencil. Here we go. So now it does need to fit. It does need to fit this. So I may use this as an indicator. Actually, how about I cut that out first? I think I might tear it actually. So I hope you're all fabulous. I am. I have been busy, as everybody is at this time of year, organising and preparing, and I feel like it was time to reward myself, tripping over my words, with some time in my craft room. I've tired myself out today. I've been so busy, but still have a ways to go, but I'm getting there. And this video, this is actually pre-Christmas that I'm recording this, but it may not go up until, well, actually, it may be Christmas Day. We'll wait and see. So I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and I would like to thank you all for your support during this last 12 months. I feel like it was only a little while before that I started my YouTube channel. I'm not actually 100% sure how long I've been doing it for now, but I so appreciate everybody who watches and comments and gives feedback. You make it so worthwhile. And that's why I do it. I do it because people take the time to comment and say hello and reach out, and I really love that aspect of it. I feel like I'm making friends around the world, and there's not many other places I think you can do that. So I am kind of grateful to YouTube for the ability to be able to do that. And who knew that I would actually do what I'm doing, because I was stepping so far out of my comfort zone to do these videos. It was crazy, and I would have given up. I would have given up, well, very shortly after I started, to be fair, if it weren't for the sweet support and encouragement from people like Tracy Fox and Gayle Agostinelli, who I think I've mentioned before. They really did support me as I started this journey, and I was nervous. I mean, I still get nervous when I turn the camera on, don't get me wrong, but gosh, I was shaking. I remember doing those first couple of videos and thinking, what am I doing? I am putting myself right out there. And the fact that I'm still doing it kind of blows my mind, because in those first couple of videos, I really thought that it wasn't going to last. I really didn't think I had the nerve to continue. And it did take nerve. Interesting. It's been a very interesting process and learning curve. Yes, I like that down there. So I'm just going to create a really simple tuck spot down there. Just to busy up that page a little bit. I'm just wondering. Something down there would have been fun, actually, almost like a small belly band. What a fun idea. So now I don't know which way I want to go. I feel like that is more balanced. Which makes me wonder, I still really like that. No, I think I'm going to do it that way. Stick with my original plan. I buried my glue book. Where are you, glue book? Where are you? Golly, I buried it really well. Oh, there it is. My little spotto. So I mentioned in my first video or two that I really don't have any Christmas stamps, that I wasn't planning on doing Christmas journals, and I really don't have Christmas stamps. Well, I went looking out of interest. I was like, I really don't remember purchasing any Christmas stamps ever, but I'm going to have a look just in case I've surprised myself and stepped out of my comfort zone, because like I said, Christmas journals weren't something I planned on doing. And I was intrigued then. I was watching the video back as I was editing, and I was like, I really should have checked that before I said it out loud, and now I'm intrigued to know whether I do have any or not. So I went through all the stamps I could find, and I found two. Well, one is a Christmas stamp. One could be considered a Christmas stamp. It's not technically a Christmas stamp. So I have got those here to show you what I mean. So this was one that I purchased. I'll bring it closer. Remind me to fix the focus when I finish showing you. And it was purchased from a buy swap sell crafting site. Somebody was destashing. So that is my real one and only Christmas stamp. Little Christmas tree. And I did find these little stamps. I'm hoping you can see okay. And I sort of thought that some of the words might be appropriate. As I said, not really a Christmas stamp, but I thought we may be able to make use of some of those. So, and that was all I could find. And I was like, well, I wasn't far off. I don't have a lot. Did make me giggle. Okay, so I'm thinking I may glue those two. I was only going to glue across the bottom, but I think I'd like to adhere that at the side as well. Now I don't know where I've put my art glitter glue. That's because I moved it to my side. Okay, so I don't even know if I finished saying what I was saying earlier. And I don't remember what I was saying, so I can't continue if I haven't, but I think I was talking about the YouTube channel and the fact that I'm still doing it. So yes, I was wanting to wish everybody a very merry and safe Christmas. I would do it at the end, but sometimes hubby is actually out at the moment, and sometimes he arrives home when I'm not quite expecting or ready, and I rush to say goodbye and then I forget what I was going to say. So I just wanted you to know that I so appreciate you, and that I am wishing that you all have a very safe and merry Christmas and festive season. So that being said, okay, so the other thing I have done off camera, actually I won't get to that just yet. I'm trying to remember what I was going to do. I think I was looking at these images here, and it seems I've lost the title of these ones. I don't know where I've put, I usually keep a little slip on them. But I think they are one of the limited edition Christmas sets. I cannot tell you which one though, I'm sorry. From AntiquePaperie, of course. And there was an image here. So these little images were kind of talking to me as I was looking at this page. This one here in particular, and I do need to check my focus. I'm hoping that that was right. And I love, there's a tiny little Christmas, I'll see if I can bring it closer. And it is very tiny. There's a tiny little fireplace with stockings hung on the mantle. And I was looking at this page, and I was looking at Santa with all of his presents. And I had already chosen this Jingle Bells to pop down here. And I was like, this is where he's heading. He's heading to, oh, there goes me and my storytelling again. But that's how I, that's how I decided. That's how I chose it. He's heading to the mantle to deliver the presents. So I was like, I want to see if I can include that somehow. And I haven't quite figured out how, so we'll work on that together. But that page, every time I flip through, I've been happy with it, but I'm just not in love. I want that wow. When I turn the page, I get that wow from, I think, all the other pages except that one. So I'm like, well, it's obviously not done. We all need our wow moments. Okay, So I've just torn that out. And I'm going to really just making the edges not so straight, which I could have done before I tore it out of the piece of paper, but wasn't ready. See if I can get the top of that. I feel like maybe about there. That's better. So it's like off in the distance, but that's where Santa is heading. That's my story for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a good one. I think storytelling helps me put together, well, it obviously helps me put together a page. So that's why I share with you. I'm like, do I want to back it with something? But I don't know that I do. I think I just want that. The simplicity of that to go with my story. Don't worry, my head is still going. Are you sure you're happy with that? Are you sure that's enough? Are you doing it too? Are you shouting at me going, no, you need to do this? So I'm going to go about there. Okay, now I feel much happier about that page. So now I will need something to tuck in here as well. But that's much more fun. It was lacking something. It was lacking a story. Okay, so let's have a quick look. So pretty. So does anybody else look at that now and go, oh, that's so much better? Because that's what I just did. Beautiful. Yay. Okay, so let's play with these tags. And I'm thinking, always thinking about there. So these are tea-dyed manila folders, I think I mentioned. And I had cut them as tags. I did go looking for some that were the perfect size for these pockets, and I just didn't have them, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to cut these to size, and my top pieces I'm just going to round the corners on all 4 edges because 2 of them are already rounded, and create myself some little journaling cards separately. So that's those, and then one little journaling card, and 2 little journaling cards, so I can use those later, maybe somewhere in this journal. I don't know yet. Okay, oops, we're going that way. Perfect. Love it. And I'm not going to tag those. I think I'm going to leave those as journaling cards as opposed to a tag, and have the tag on this side just to keep the pages a little bit different. So okay, so now the tricky part, because I have to think. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this in again. I have the dots on the fabric on this side, so I'd like to put dots on the tag for this side. So I have this stencil here that I'm going to use, and I'm going to put it on both sides, I think. Okay. Kind of adding our bubbles. Anybody who's been watching for a while knows that I like bubbles. Oh yes, that's fun. And then these two here, we have stars on this fabric, so I'm going to do the reverse for that side, and I'm going to pop some stars. So I have, and these are both stencils that I've made using my Cricut and just some transparency film. Pretty. And I did go looking because I wasn't sure if I had some red or green distress ink, but I don't really have that either because, well, we've discussed it before. You're right. I'm not a huge fan of red and green, so obviously I haven't really added that to my collection either. Beautiful. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. I mostly have the mini distress inks, and a lot of them were purchased, I think all of them were purchased actually, as packs. So I think packs of 4 from memory. So I wasn't sure if I'd managed to end up with one for that reason. So I'll have another look, but I do have greens, but I'm just looking, they're over here. I just don't know whether the greens will coordinate. Obviously I'm not going to use them for our page today, but I'm thinking ahead while I'm working on this one and just keeping you in the know. Not really sure the greens will work with the greens in this. There's one, oh, I better not do that a second time. There's one that I'm not sure will work, and that is this one. I think it's pistachio. No, it's old paper. So it may work with some of the greens, but what else do I have? No red or green in there. Worn lipstick, it looks more pink to me. Ooh, we might be able to give those two a try on another project and see what we think, maybe. I did think about the Victorian Velvet, which is one of my favorites, because as you know, some of the papers that we've been using from AntiquePaperie have more of the pinks and purples and pretty blues, so I have colours there that may go with those. So we'll try those perhaps on a different page. Okay, I would just like to clean my stencils. Oh, that beautiful ink. I should have put a piece of paper underneath before I started doing this. It would have brought that colour across. The baking paper doesn't take moisture so well. As you've noticed, I'm going to end up with wrinkles. But I would rather that than not looking after my stencils. So just bear with me. My paper is looking very dotty. Okay. Fabulous. So I'm thinking I will do something decorative on this side. I do want to cover over. I'm trying to find somewhere to put my altered book so I can get to my music paper. I don't know why I was doing that off camera then, but apparently I wasn't ready to include you. Sorry, guys. Oh, I just noticed that this music has the notes written above for some of them. That's so fun. I love that. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? I could have done that as a straight edge. I should have done that as a straight edge. So, can I do it from the bottom? I don't think that was terribly straight, but never mind. So I'm thinking or do I not want that border? Maybe I do not. But I'm going to keep it intact in case I decide to use it on something else. And I think I am going to ink around this on this side before I attach, just in case I have, well, as I said, I don't know that that tore straight, so I may end up with a little bit of the file folder showing. I don't think that's too bad. I wish I was as good at organising things as I was at burying things on my desk. That would be amazing. I see so many posts about how to keep your craft space organised and tidy, and I'm just like, I don't think organised and tidy go with crafting. Certainly not in my world. Like, I seem to need to have so many things out on my desk when I'm organising, and I'm just thinking, thank goodness you can't see my whole desk right now, because, or even the ones to the side of me. It's just a schmozzle, but I use a lot of, definitely what I have in my immediate grasp, and even the things on my desk to my right are there so that they are accessible easily. I don't know how people, or certainly not doing this sort of thing, or even mixed media. I don't know how they do it and stay clean and tidy at the same time. Anyway, okay, so the other thing that I've done before I turn the camera on, and I'm sorry that we're doing this with this mess here, but I have printed some of the AntiquePaperie cards and papers for Christmas from their Christmas sets onto tissue paper. It was really hard to decide which ones to print, so I just went through and I selected a few that I thought might work with the pages I've done already. I may do some more, I don't know, but this is what I had time to do. So it's a bit of a curled mess. There's no easy way to have these, and they're sticking to each other. A couple of them did tear as I was lifting them off my backing paper, but I'm using them mostly for collage probably anyway, so you know, as much as I'd prefer not to have that happen, it did happen and it's okay. So I'm nervous about the focus, so I'm checking it again. So yeah, so I'll quickly flip you through. I feel like I need to have, just a moment, I just need to have a piece of paper to pop underneath so that you can see properly. So this is the first one, and as I mentioned, it has that tear. Having it on top of the other tissue paper did disguise that little mishap better. And so I'm just going to quickly, I cannot tell you which sets these are from, I'm sorry. Some were from the limited edition sets, I think, and the Winter in Victoria sets. I think I may have, I think these bookmarks may have been from one of the Santa Claus add-on sets. So, a bit of a mixed bag. There was this one. The papers that I printed from the Winter in Victoria set were more of the background type papers that I thought I could use. This one, which is upside down because the text is upside down. Okay. Oh goodness. So I could share with you and dob myself right in. I actually had sat that tissue paper on top of my glue book, which is never a clever thing. It had stuck to it. So I've done these backgrounds, which I really, really love. And I've decided that they could be really fun to use on tissue paper. And last but not least, these little cards here from the Winter in Victoria, which I think are, that is one full sheet and that is one full sheet. So I've printed it 2 to a page to make the images a little bit smaller. No particular reason, it's just what I did. Okay, so now that I've shown you those, I need to figure out how I want to use them. So I have these journaling cards. I'm kind of thinking I might do some music paper on these as well. My tearing isn't great. So I'm going to go about there. Oops. Yep. And this one, perhaps across the bottom, I'm thinking. Like that. Okay, so let's ink those up. I was watching CeeCee Creations this morning. She does beautiful, beautiful watercolor. Watercolor isn't something that I really dabbled in a lot. I've dabbled for sure, but not a lot. And she does some gorgeous pieces, and she's really been inspiring me watching her videos. And I was like, maybe I'll have a go at creating some simple little watercolor images to go with this book. I don't know. I was like, what can I do over Christmas if I do come into my craft space, because we have visitors coming. And I'm like, what can I do if I come in here and I can't actually turn the camera on? I have actually thought about doing some crafting just me, and it was interesting actually watching. I don't very often craft at the moment without turning the camera on for you guys to see. I kind of feel guilty when I do. But watching CeeCee this morning, and she was saying that she does like to allocate herself some time to create just by herself. And I was like, and I think she mentioned that she does that on the weekends. And I was like, maybe I really need to do that. I need to... I mean, part of the reason I don't is because I usually have created myself such a mess in here that the mammoth task of cleaning up to clear off my space to make room for another project is quite daunting. And that's kind of how I tend to bury things, because I will do that on occasion. I will move things out of the way to do something different, or start something that I don't necessarily want to film or video. And I don't know why I keep saying film, but it sounds funny as it comes out of my mouth. So I was like, I don't know how I can make it work so that I don't actually bury things. That's probably my biggest fear. But I did actually think about maybe doing those sessions and recording, but not actually having any sound. I would have backing music, but I don't really know enough about putting backing music on as far as copyright and all that sort of thing. So I'm a little bit reluctant to do that. So I don't know. I'm toying with ideas. I really want to have a play with the watercolor, and I was like, oh, that could be really fun. Maybe I'll just do it, and I'll let you see too if I don't mess it up too much. I'm not talking detailed or complicated, or I have not so expensive watercolors. I have not so expensive watercolor paper. So, and I don't have a lot of skill or talent in that area, but I feel like it would be fun to kind of play. Okay. Like, do I want a stamp or not? I didn't get a stamp out, so I'm not organised for that. Actually, why not, she says. Why not? I haven't used these. I bought these second hand. I believe. I'm pretty sure I got these from a buy swap sell page as well. Just going to get a stamp block for this, I think, if I remember where I put my blocks. That would be in the drawer beside me. They're very tacky. Oops. Okay. And, oh, guys, oops. So much excitement. Like, look what I found. I have no idea if that's going to work with, I think it might, with the very darker green. I don't know. Let's give it a try. I forgot I had these. I haven't used these. I purchased these from Kaisercraft. I think it was online quite some time ago, but I don't remember using them ever. Okay, and I want some stamp paper because I haven't used it before, so I just would like to see how. And I'm going to go about here. Oh, how fun. I really like that green. Who knew that I had that? The road to the road to discovery in my own craft space. Okay, how can I do this without getting my fingers in the way? Hoping that's straight. Oh, that's fun. It didn't print perfectly, but actually I might do the next one. I'm okay with it not printing perfectly, but I don't know who I was watching. I think it was Gayle. It's always Gayle usually. Gayle Agostinelli, of course. Do some stamping, and she was stamping on her glue book, which she said would give it some cushioning, which I thought was a really clever idea. I haven't done any stamping for a long time, so fabulous. Still not perfect. I'm okay with that. Okay, and I'm going to just clean my stamp off. I love the hint of an impression that that secondary stamp gives. Okay, I don't know if I want to do anything else to that. I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to leave that simple, which isn't what I was expecting, but like, do I want to use one of the words? I don't even know if I want to do that. Well, there's a believe here, so I guess it's kind of meant to be. I don't know where my little itty bitty one has gone, so we'll use this. Oh, I think I'll do the same colour. Whoops. Let's pop it on here. Fun. So do I have one more that I would like to use? I might pop that back on there, I think. Oops. I'm going to go with moments, because I think that Christmas always has fun moments to remember. Oop, there I go with my storytelling again. Oops, I keep doing that. Fun. So that's 2 of my journaling cards done. I'm keeping it simple, guys. Just keeping it simple. Well, simple but not quick, probably, because I've changed my mind about what I'm doing, but that's okay. Sometimes unexpected plans are more fun. I'm really happy with those. So, oh, I love that they're showing at the top. So cute. Okay, and this last one. Just like bitch. It's all stuck together. I think I might use this one at the top. And then I don't even know if I'm straight right now, or I feel like I've shifted everything all over the place. I've probably been videoing for 1,000 years and have achieved very little, but I'm having fun. That's okay. Oops, that didn't go so well. Let's try that again. I hope you're all getting organized and you've done everything that you have to do for Christmas. As I said, this video won't be seen until probably around Christmas, so maybe getting that message out to you a little late, but if it's after Christmas, I hope you're all enjoying some well-deserved downtime, and I must say I am really looking forward to that, because these last few weeks have been really full on. And I'm just using my 3-part tearing method. Oh yes, 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 yes. And I know that there's excess. I'll just tear the excess off. I usually ink the tissue paper, and I've just realized I didn't do that, but that's okay. You don't have to ink. It's a personal preference. Maybe I've stuck my tissue to the glue book. Maybe I should have started with a newbie. Oh yes, it is very tacky, isn't it? That was lucky. Okay, let's remove this very tacky piece of paper. My glue stick's getting very low. Just trying to think. I feel like this is my second one already while creating this glue book. Mind you, like I've said, I am using a rather large glue book. So, or sorry, I'm using a rather large book to make my, move my box for my glue book pages. I'm using a large book for my altered book, so it kind of makes sense that it would use a fair bit of glue because I have more surface to cover basically. Going to burnish that from behind. And my last piece. Oops. Turn it upside down. I'm just tearing that little bit of excess off. And I think I will add some ink now. Okay, and I do need to choose a focal image. And I have the Santa Claus add-on set 1, which I'm just looking. I'm thinking one of these may work. I just realized I have cut off. That's unfortunate. Okay, what about the circles? Oh, and I'm looking at the matte photo paper ones, so these ones will be better anyway. So do I have, and I haven't cut it off on this one, and I actually love the tones much more. Okay, going to try that. So I'm going to tear it out, but I feel like I will need to make it smaller. So do it this way. I think I want it smaller still. Going to say about there, and then I might do, oh, do I like that? Wondering if I want a small amount off the bottom, and I might go this way, I think. I just want a little bit more of the background to show because I think it's really pretty. Okay, so I have that. I must say I found the pages much easier than I'm finding the ephemera. I don't know why, probably because I have those big beautiful papers to create the actual pages with. I feel like I have to think about things a bit more with the ephemera. I don't know why. I just, when it came time to think about it, I was stalemated. I actually came into my craft space last night and tried to decide what I wanted to do or where I wanted to start, and I couldn't decide, so I decided that it wasn't going to happen last night and I walked away. And I did the same thing this morning. I came into my craft space. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. So I printed tissue paper instead, which has turned out to be a really good thing. But I still couldn't find my mojo to actually start my next video. So I walked away. So third time lucky, they say. I feel like I want to add a little bit of something. I did actually make this when I was in here procrastinating earlier. I have this white and black ribbon, which just has little gifts on it, and it's way too white and bright for my liking. So I had a little play. I wanted to see how it would take some distress ink. So I believe I used the Victorian Velvet, and I just used my little tile that I have. I squished some ink out of my ink pad and dipped my ribbon in it and dried it with my heat gun, and then I've just sewn a little piece to a bit of calico. And I actually think, I was just looking at the colours in that, I think that will actually work with that tag, which was not, I didn't go, yes, I want it for that tag, but I actually really like that. So I think I'm going to just quickly sew that on. Practically imperfect in every way. It didn't go on straight, I don't think, or it hasn't folded straight. Not really sure why. It wasn't playing the game. It kept catching on the bottom, so, but I like it. And it just slips in like that. I think that's really fun. I don't know, actually. I'm second guessing the pink now because I saw a little bit of pink on here, but I feel like it's not working. So I'm going to, oh yes I am, when I find my unpicker, here we go. I'm going to unpick this, and there's nothing to say I have to leave it there if I'm not happy with it. I think I'm going to get just some plain calico. Actually, maybe I could use that red fabric. That could be fun. I can get this to come away. Yep, I'm showing you my boo-boo. I like it, I just don't love it on that page. I loved it before I put it in the pocket, but once it was there, I was just like, you know what? We can do better. So I'll take those stitches out of there after I turn the camera off, but just like, I wonder if I can use, this is my scrap with the holes in it. I have a thought. Because I love calico so much, maybe I can put a strip of calico in the middle. And it would be in keeping with the pocket, and it would tone that red down just a little bit and not make it quite so fussy, which makes it more appealing to me. It covers up those little holes. Oh, that's really fun. I like that. So I'm just going to zigzag that. Okay, so I've just zigzagged those together. I've taken off the factory edge and I'm just going to zigzag that across. I'll be back in a moment. So my bobbin ran out and it took me a moment to realise, so I'm just going to fill that back up. We have a full bobbin ready to go. So that tag is well and truly stitched on there. My sewing went crazy, but anyway, so I really love that. I love the simplicity of it. I think keeping it simple means it will come in and out of the pocket easier. I love the way that looks with that pocket. So super happy about that. Yes, I haven't really achieved a whole lot, but you know, we've done a little crafting while we've had a little chat. We're going to have to come back and do some more of our journaling cards or our next page. I haven't decided. It depends on where the inspiration takes me, but I'm really happy that you've joined me and I'm still really loving creating this book. I look forward to seeing you soon, everybody. Please don't forget, give me a thumbs up, like this video if you've enjoyed watching. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification and select all so that you don't miss future videos. Always feel free to comment because I love to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you soon, everybody. Happy crafting, have a very Merry Christmas and a very happy and safe festive season. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.